All of these people in my life acting berserk. I'm feeling all pissed off and hurt. I need to know if I am the jerk. Oh, am I the jerk? Oh.
Got a single mom here want to know if she is a jerk for leaving a mess. It says, I am a single mother with an almost 4-year-old and an almost 2-year-old. And this last Saturday, I had taken my kids to a small community water park, and then we went to go get some pizza. Now, while we were eating, my kids seemed to coordinate and team up on me, and they made quite a mess. My toddler was mashing pizza on the table while my older one knocked over my drink on that mashed up pizza.
Oh.
My baby then started crying while my older one fired up a temper tantrum, all at the same time. And it all had to do with this stuffed animal that they were fighting over at the pizza place. I got flustered, I was embarrassed, so I just swept them both up and I got the heck out of there. But on my way out, I looked back and saw what looked like Armageddon. What a disaster. But I figured I was doing everybody a favor because we were just a hot mess. But the place was destroyed, and my girlfriend said, yeah, you can't do that. Because there was chunks of pizza all over the table and the floor, and it was all soaking up into my spilled drink. Look, I hated to stick the staff with the mess that we left, but I thought sticking around to clean it up would actually have made things even worse for everyone. Am I a jerk? Did I do this the right way?
I think you have to make some sort of effort to clean up a little bit. And yeah, I do understand that you want to get out of there as quick as you can, but you can't just set off a bomb and then get up and leave.
You are absolutely a jerk.
You got to do a little bit of the help.
And if you are in a situation where something is going on with calamity, you either make it right after that moment and you go in there and you tip them extra because it is a jerky move. You call them, you let them know your situation. You don't just bail. You don't just leave, and you don't do it's hashtag not be cool. And you have a chance to even be cool after the fact and make it right, and you didn't.
There's some feedback here. Angie said you got to leave a big tip if you can't clean up.
You got to leave a big tip.
And you got to at least verbalize to the waitress what's going on. Like, of course you leave a big tip, and then you have to also explain to her, I'm so sorry, I got to get these two out of here. They're just running roughshod and making a huge mess. I'm so sorry, it's so messy.
You leave a big tip, you say you're sorry, and you at least try to make some kind of an effort to organize it the best way you can. You just don't bounce out. You are a jerk on this.
Okay.
Especially when you do have a chance to make it right after the fact.
Well, we asked people on KVJ TV on YouTube right now, is this mom a jerk? 89% said yes. And I guess there are just other things that you could do. And even Stephanie, she said, look, I am a takeout mom. I am afraid in public. Toddlers are a wild card, so I don't even put them in that situation because I probably had the same thing happen.
But Stephanie would make it right, though, and she wouldn't just bail out.
Yeah, I think she thought that she was doing everybody a favor by just getting her screaming kids out of there, that was probably causing a lot of stress on everybody. It's like, let me just disappear and bounce. But she did it at a time where there was a huge mess that was left behind.
You got to make some sort of effort to help out the staff with that mess. You can't just look like a diva that just destroys a restaurant and then goes, bye.
And we use our words. Hey, my kids are having a meltdown. I apologize. I am so sorry. Here's a nice tip. I can help out as much as I can, but they are a mess, and I'm trying to get them out of here for you guys.
Mm-hmm. Okay, this person wants to know if they are a jerk if they call the cops on their ex. Says, I started dating a new girl, but I've had a hard time shaking my last one. Even though we broke up 8 months ago, she still shows up at my house with gifts. When I told her to stop showing up in person, she just started dropping them at my door. Now she will just drop them off and then go sit in the park across the street and watch my place. Needless to say, my new girlfriend is a little unnerved by this as she's walking in to see my ex sitting in a park on a swing staring at the front door. And now I'm starting to get a bit concerned about my ex's mental state. Clearly, she's not taking this breakup well. I don't want to make things even tougher for my ex, but I'm thinking I might need to call the police to get a restraining order.
Get it on record. This is harassment.
Yeah, if she's over there at the park swinging, watching you guys, That's creepy. That definitely needs a call.
Well, you've asked her to stop, and she continues to come over and drop off presents, and then she's just stalking you from across the street.
Dude,
It's menacing.
you have to call the cops.
At least get it on a record. I'm not sure there's much they can do, but if it all does go down, they can at least refer to it saying, all right, this guy did call.
Yeah.
There was something going on here.
Yeah. And I don't know that they would go to her place, would they, or say anything to her? This is just to kind of establish paperwork in case there is an issue and they do need to talk to her.
I'm not sure how that, because you've asked her to stop and she keeps coming onto your property.
Yeah, if she's showing up in person at your home, that is crossing a line. And then she's across the street. Now, I know it's a public park, anybody can be in there, but that is psycho behavior.
And when you put it all together,
Yes.
it's not just like she's at a swing across the park.
Dude, she's about to boil your bunny.
Yeah, if it was that, they couldn't do anything. But the fact that she keeps going onto your property, she's leaving you, she's making you uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Oh, man. She's going to boil your rabbit.
And I think with the restraining order, that would then prohibit her from coming on your property to drop off those gifts.
She gets arrested.
As it is
Yeah.
now, you just told her not to, but there's nothing legally, I don't think, that's keeping her from just dropping off a present on the front door.
Nothing.
A restraining order would do that. Then they could say, hey, you're not allowed to come up to his front door.
Boy, that's fun. You got to go to the cops.
Yeah, well, don't be such a good lover.
You're right. What was going on with that guy?
Yeah, that's right. Got it too good.
This is how we do. It's the KBJ Show.